all you bucketheads, and welcome all my new stormtroopers. This is another episode of the most disorganized podcast on the internet. If you like what you see here today, don't forget to leave a like, comment on the video, share it with your friends, your enemies, your lovers, and of course, subscribe to Under the Helmet podcast so you never miss a live episode. Also, don't forget to follow the Instagram and join the fully armed and operational Discord server. Link, as always, is in the down below.
And after a wonderful welcome from our Emperor himself, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Under the Helmet podcast. I am your anchor tonight, Eli the Funk Madrig, and we would like to get started off. We do have a very special interview tonight with none other than our Emperor himself. Emperor Palpatine, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing quite well. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. This may very well be the interview of my career. So we have a couple questions to get started off. Earlier this week, you appeared upon the Imperial Senate floor. You've not been there in some time. How did it feel to be back in the building?
It felt pretty good to be back in the Senate. Being Emperor of the Galaxy takes a lot of time, so it was nice to be able to get back to my roots, so to say. I don't know about that new senator from Naboo, though. We'll work on them.
Okay. Now this is your first time back in the Senate since the attempt on your life by the former Grand Master of the now debunked Jedi Order, Yoda. How did it feel to be back there, despite that being your last meeting in the Senate?
The attempts on my life by the Jedi have left me scarred and deformed in more ways than one, mostly physically, but also emotionally. Master Yoda was a dear friend for many years, so for him to attack me so violently it's a lot. It's a lot to think about, but I want to assure the people of the Empire that my resolve has never been stronger.
Of course. I mean, glory to the Empire, as always. Now, Emperor, the main thing to bring you back to the Senate was, of course, the bill for your Stormtrooper program, which just passed the Imperial Senate floor. Can you tell us more about what this bill will enact, specifically with the Stormtrooper program itself?
So the main part of this bill is simply phasing out the old clone troopers of the Republic. As we saw with the destruction of Camino, they are no longer a safe, viable option. And I'm sure if we went back through the years of the Clone Wars, we would see the treachery of several clone forces along with their treacherous Jedi generals. So the last bits of the Republic in that regard are being phased out. And an empire is never as strong as it is with its citizens. So I truly believe that an army built of imperial citizens will be better for the galaxy as a whole, because the stormtroopers will be serving the same planets that they come from. It just
Emperor, I hate to interrupt you, but it seems like your mic might be going out on us. Could you try and fiddle with that a bit?
So sorry about that.
There we go.
I'm not the best when it comes to technology.
That's perfectly fine. I'm sure we have people for that. So we wanted to mention there have been a growing number of reports throughout the galaxy of clone troopers going rogue and going as far as deserting the Imperial military. Are these clones a threat? And do you have anything to say to possibly put the citizens of the galaxy at ease?
I have heard these rumors, and they are just that, rumors. And I know you have a segment in your show where you deal with the news and the rumors.
We do.
And I would ask you to be mindful of the difference between the two. News and rumors are just that, rumors.
All right. Well, we are happy to hear that these rumors have little to no factual evidence. You heard it here, folks. Now, that being said, there have been some additional reports brought to this studio's attention, specifically those of the previously loyal to the Galactic Empire, now deserters, special ops group known as Clone Force 99. Now, it was reported and even supposedly confirmed that this extremist group, Clone Force 99, had been eliminated during the destruction of Camino, but reports have been resurfacing of them running heists as a mercenary group, even going as far to become racers, riot racers specifically. Do you have anything to say about these reports?
I have not been made aware of Clone Force 99. When you run an empire as vast and large as the one that I run, you have subordinates that take care of things. It is only natural. To believe that that I am the centralized power of the galaxy and I know every little thing is absurd. It is absurd to think of. And you would think that a member of the media, such as yourself, would be aware of those things. But I assure you, these baseless accusations will be investigated by the proper authorities. And if they are still around, Clone Force 99 will be dealt with accordingly.
Well, we are happy to hear that. One final parting bit. We did see that in the Senate session in which your Stormtrooper bill was passed, it was brought forth that one Admiral Rampart was actually the one responsible for the destruction of Camino. Now, this was, I'm sure, a trusted member of the Imperial military. I mean, going up so far as making it to Admiral. To have this level of insubordination from our own human troops that are supposed to be replacing the previous clone military. Do you have anything to say to the public about this?
Admiral Rampart was an admiral during the days of the Republic as well. So I mind you to check your sources on that. When it comes to other admirals, it will be one of my first priorities after the treachery of Admiral Rampart to begin to test the loyalty of some of our other leaders. However, there is one that I know for a fact that we can trust, and that is Moff Tarkin.
Of course, Grand Moff Tarkin being the the author of the
There is no such thing as Grand Moff.
No, I'm sorry.
We're too early in the timeline for that. Somebody doesn't read the books.
Look, the newsroom gets a little crowded. Sometimes I get my facts mixed up. I'll make sure to have the intern.
I said,
sorry.
Obviously.
So, but I believe that's all that we have for our interview, unless you have any parting words for the galaxy from, of course, yourself. I think that'll wrap things up.
I do have one, and I would like to put it as simply as this. Hello, Charlie. Please, call your grandpappy back. I miss you.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. That has been our exclusive interview with none other than the Galactic Emperor himself, be sure to join in next time that we end up going live with another exclusive interview here on the Under the Helmet news station. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you. Have a good night. Now,
All right.
excuse me, I'm going to go take a
It wouldn't be an Under the Helmet episode without Mike's cutting out. Anyway. Thank you, everybody, for playing along for that bit. Dylan did, jump this on me right before the stream. But thank you, A1 Links, Callahan, Charlie, for all being here tonight.
There is
Charlie,
a reason we're the most
happy
disorganized.
There is a reason, because we plan stuff like this right before the show. We're very happy to have everybody here tonight.
Hey, listen,
heck,
I will say that went really well. I think that
did go really well. We were typing up those interview sessions right before the show. But
ad-libbing it, baby. Ad-libbing it.
Look, it just works. It just works.
Dylan, I have that Star Wars lamp. Yeah, my sister Sydney got it for me for Christmas.
Nice. But yes, that was a exclusive interview. We don't get to do those very often, but I'm glad we got to do that one. Yeah. So welcome everybody. After that big old open that we did. Let's talk Bad Batch. Yeah. Do we want to just get right into spoilers? Oh, well, he's frozen again. Wouldn't be an Under the Helmet episode if Dylan's Wi-Fi didn't, crap itself. So we'll just sit here and wait for him to come back. But that being said, hey, it's all good. We are happy to have you guys back. We're happy to have so many of our friends in the chat tonight. It's always good to have everybody out. Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back to us. No, he is not.
The other day and said I wanted better Wi-Fi, but well.
So holy crap, we've got everybody tonight. Nick, Charlie. Goodness gracious. All right. So sorry, this one feels rather appropriate. Jumping on into Bad Batch for the night while Dylan tries to correct his Wi-Fi somehow. We may just end up having to have him rejoin stream. But starting off with Bad Batch, what did everybody think of the episode? These episodes were definitely some of my favorites. D. Bradley Baker did break. I feel like, I don't know if it's too early to jump into the Echo moment. Oh, we've completely lost Dylan now. So I'm just going to run the show myself. I mean, these episodes were just, the fact that they did them as a double feature was amazing. And I feel like it wouldn't have worked as well if they didn't release both of these episodes at once. So props to them for knowing to do that. Part of me wishes they had done Andor like that with their very 3-episode arc style, but I'm very happy with what we got as well. It was so good. Visually, these episodes are stunning. I mean, we got to go back to Coruscant I don't think there was any time that we spent off Coruscant. I think everything was there. Yeah, I mean, this was right up there with the high points of the Clone Wars. And I mean, this is just so good. We got to see the Imperial Senate. Bail Organa showed up again, which, I'm always happy to see him. I'd admittedly forgotten that he was in the episode until Callahan texted me before the show. So that was really nice to see. I'm trying to think. The clone assassin was... Oh, wait. Are we back?
Well, hope I didn't miss. I think so.
Okay, excellent. I started jumping into Bad Batch, talking about all the things that we enjoyed. We talked about how we really enjoyed that they did this as a 2-episode arc, and the fact that they released both episodes at once. And why do you have my face?
Imitation is the highest form of flattery.
I suppose so.
There we go.
I mean, it is a very nice helmet. Yes. The history in this episode went right back to what George was doing with the originals, with the prequels. I mean, it was, this was an amazing historic references episode. I mean,
Absolutely.
there was just so much here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I do think this was
some of those things I swear were like right on the nose. Like follow anything,
absolutely.
But also for those who are unaware, the senator for Camino, Halle Bertoni, is named after the company, the defense contracting company, Halliburton. That was a deliberate act done by George Lucas, and they were huge profiteers from the Iraq War. So that was an intentional choice made by George Lucas. So the fact that now that the war is over and Halle Bertoni is kind of disgraced is very very interesting to me.
Yeah,
I really do that.
Huh.
But
I think, I mean, this episode was good for a lot of reasons. There was so much to digest and go through, and I just, it was amazing. I loved it.
Do you know what really blew my mind though about this episode in particular? When I first clicked it to go on to, I think it was the first one was Clone Conspiracy. I saw the little thumbnail for it, and I was like, "Hold on, that's Ryo Chuchi."
Yeah, we got Chuchi back.
And the crazy part is, I didn't know I remembered her name until I saw her face, and I was like, "I know exactly who that is."
Right?
And like, what was crazy is that I forgot that she had that whole arc with Ahsoka in the Clone Wars. I remembered her from the Pantora arc.
Yeah. Wait. What arc with Ahsoka?
Or episode. The episode where they go to Pantora, the snow planet.
Yeah, I remember that.
And you've got
what was the other arc with Ahsoka? It's been a while since I've watched Clone Wars.
I think she was helping Ahsoka look for Chairman Papanoida's kidnapped child.
Okay.
Or something like that. Like they're going to negotiate something like the Trade Federation, something like that. But she's in it.
Okay.
So she does know Ahsoka, which is interesting.
Okay.
But yeah, so I was super interested in this. So also another, I watched the Star Wars Explained sort of recap video after this because that guy's amazing and knows so much. But one of the things that he pointed out that I wanted to reiterate was the fact that the opposition to the bill are all led by representatives of their people. You've got Bail Organa, you've got Ryo Chuchi, and then you've got the lady from Rogue One, whose name is escaping me right now. The other the third senator, the one that shows up with the little like the white dress and the hood. She was in Rogue One.
Yes.
She was on the Rebel Council. I can't remember her name right now, but she was there. She was on the Rebel Council. And the people that are for the bill, or the senators that are representative of corporations, or they're representative of entities. Like you've got the Trade Federation, no, not the Trade Federation. You've got the Commerce Guild, and you've got the, or is it the Trade Federation? No, it's the Banking Clan.
Yes.
Which is no longer run by Muns, which is super interesting.
Yeah. That was.
But it makes sense because in Clone Wars, Palpatine deregulated the banks and all that fun stuff.
That's true.
Which that was very that was an on the nose episode of the Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember watching that, and when I think it was Masamita was like, "We must deregulate the banks," and my dad was like, "Oh, Bush did that." So, absolutely, I would love to hear some of the bits of history that Charlie learned. I did not recognize the Watergate reference that they're referring to, and I'm kind of interested in that. I know I may have to watch Clone Army Radio for that, but I want a sneak peek. I want to know about that one because I got a lot of the sort of other references and stuff like that. The deeper meaning, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you one thing. These two episodes right here, more than anything, prove that Star Wars is at its best when it's political.
Mm-hmm.
I
Senator Pamela is her name.
Senator Pamela, yeah. So
sorry, I spent all of that just looking for it.
So Star Wars is at its best when it's political, and that is my hot take for the night. And
I'd absolutely agree with that. I mean, Star Wars has been political since day one. The people who deny that just haven't done their research. I mean, the original trilogy is directly derivative of the Vietnam War.
They're lying to themselves, basically.
Well, yeah, there's that.
And what I think is super interesting too is that, one of the things I found super interesting, especially with the clones in this episode, is that there are some of the clones that are like the older clones, the ones that have gone through the war. Slick, for example, some of the other ones, they're all like, yeah, a pension plan's actually a really good idea. We're thankful for your support, this and that. And then it's the younger clones that are like, we want to fight, because you got to think.
They were made for a purpose and never got to.
Bred for combat. So I have a lot of friends that are in the military, and one of the things that they instill in you, especially, is the idea that you're going to go to war, you're going to fight, you're going to, especially the Marine Corps. A lot of my friends are Marines, so I'm going off of sort of that reference. And I'm not saying that that's good or bad. I'm just making an observation.
No, I gotcha.
I remember how they were when they came back from boot camp. They had that same, I'm trying to find the right words, the same gung-ho attitude as a lot of the clones did, where they were like, oh, we're here to fight. We're ready to, I don't want a damn pension plan. I want to fight, I want to be a soldier. And as Senator Chuchi points out, she goes, well, what happens when you can no longer do that? And he's kind of like, I don't care, just let me fight, because their whole lives, they were promised a fight. They were promised combat. They were promised you're going to use your skills on the battlefield and you're going to be a soldier, a hero, this and that. And now that the war's over, they're like, well, now what do we do? You can't go back and be a dishwasher, I
mean, only if you're a clone commando. Only commandos were given the skills to be dishwashers.
Exactly. You know how hard it is to wash dishes?
I'm laughing so hard I'm shaking my screen.
This is not a sarcastic like punch down at people that are dishwashers. You are some of the backbones of the restaurants you work in. I'm making fun of the fact that I have a hard time washing dishes after I cook a lot of food, and I'm like, oh, cooked all this food, I got this big setup right here, and now I gotta wash the dishes. That's crazy. Not gonna do it.
Look,
so
it's not a fun job. We all know that.
It is.
Props to them if they're doing it.
That's why we use the soak and wait method. But anyways, let's get back on this episode, because
Can we talk about the clone assassin?
I wanted to. Yes, we can talk about the clone assassin.
Clone assassin was freaking cool. I loved his armor. His armor was sick.
Absolutely. At the beginning, I think he was kind of set up to make us think, oh, this is Crosshair.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say I spoiled it for myself, but I ruled Crosshair out pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the fact that, his first shot was accurate. Mm-hmm. His second shot, not so much. And as he was shooting, I was like, when he started just kind of started spraying,
mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, this is, because at first I was like, oh my God, it's Crosshair. And then I'm like, no, this can't be Crosshair. Crosshair is too good of a shot for that.
I think I had thought it would be Crosshair. I really wasn't taking into account accuracy. I think it's interesting that it wasn't. Because I had thought that given that this is a very Rampart focused, I mean, this entire arc revolves around Rampart and his disobeying of orders. Well, not disobeying of orders, but his supposed disobeying of orders to destroy Kamino. And I had figured that given that Rampart had been using Crosshair for a lot of delegated tasks, mm-hmm. I had figured he'd be using him for that, but I think Cody leaving the Empire may have swayed him that Crosshair might be part of the reason that people are leaving.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, it's nice to hear that he's finally able to eat in peace.
Okay, so I want to talk about Rampart a little bit.
Okay.
Because there's one line in particular that he says as he's being arrested and taken away. And, it was along the lines of, I was just following orders, or I was following the orders that were given to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it gave me two things. Okay. First one is the obvious parallel, which is the, what
Good
was the one
follow
biggest,
orders.
Less than that said. So during the Nuremberg trials,
mm-hmm.
that was one of the go-to lines that a lot of the Nazis had. That was one of their go-to lines was, I was just following orders. I did all these terrible, horrible, awful things, but I was ordered to do it, so I had to follow the orders.
It's a conscious decision you make when you get orders.
They were deferring blame to the higher-ups, which mm-hmm. I saw Rampart do. But the way he delivered the line, and I have not seen anyone else make this parallel, so I may very well be the first one, and if so, I'm tooting my horn. What does he remind me of but John Walker from Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Huh. That's not a comparison that I'd made yet.
What does John Walker say when he's standing before the committee? I live my life by your mandates. I followed your rules. And just like, and they have that similarities between John Walker and Rampart, because what happens, you've got your military guy. He's lived his whole life. He's got his political ration, because Captain America in the MCU was considered kind of a political title after the death of Steve Rogers or him being on the moon, regardless. So because of that fact that Captain America was political, they're almost very similar. They have these political aspirations. They're flying high, and then they make one big mistake that gets them brought down. Or even I wouldn't even say one big mistake, because if John Walker had privately killed that terrorist, he would have gone on as Captain America.
Yeah.
Nothing had ever happened. But because it was public, same thing with Rampart. Because his misdeeds were public.
Well, they weren't public. They were brought to the public eye.
Right. But publicized. They were both discarded, gotten rid of. And I am interested to see where Rampart goes now, where his story goes. Because I don't think this is the last of him.
Oh,
I think
absolutely.
we're definitely going to see more of Rampart.
We will. I know we will. It's just a matter of where. That being said, given
He lost Commander Cody in.
I really want to see what happened with Cody. I thought this would be the episode that he'd come back in, but I mean, we haven't seen him in a while.
Where is Cody?
Where is Cody?
Is he all right? Also, Wolfchild. No, I have not listened to the new Linkin Park song. I did not know that Linkin Park was releasing music.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons. If you know, you know.
I don't know. Oh well.
The lead singer of Linkin Park is passed on.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a question that I had running in my head. Now that Rampart's been thrown aside by the Imperial military, I'm wondering if he might end up deferring over to the rebels.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think Rampart, like the sniper, is a true believer. And I think that he had to be publicly arrested to be the fall guy.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about the fall guy is he either gets or he gets out. You know, maybe it'll be like Robot Chicken where they give him a mustache and send him on his way. I'm making all the parallels tonight.
Are you referring to the Yarrow Poof episode?
Everybody's so creative. No, I'm referring to the Darth Vader force choking bit. But yes, Yarrow Proof too.
Yeah, it was. You want to talk broke my heart? I want to jump to the end of both of these episodes.
We'll save the end of the second episode because
I'm hurt and I want to talk about it.
I want to talk real quick about one of the unsung heroes of this arc, and that is Senator Chuchi's guard.
Oh yeah, the one who
that man took 3 hits like a fucking pro and died actually protecting his senator.
We don't normally see people take that many hits.
R.I.P. R.I.P. That man is a tank. What a beast. What a legend. He will be remembered. I don't know his name, but he'll be remembered.
Senator Chuchi's guard number 3.
Callahan, if you want to make a meme of that in the Discord and put like his face or something on the tombstone, like that scene from Spider-Man where Peter Parker's looking over Gwen Stacy's grave and put that guy's face on it. And just
Dylan, if you're going to describe it in this much detail, you might as well just make it yourself.
No, I have a vision, but I cannot execute it. Callahan's meme skills are far beyond my own.
I mean, yes, Callahan's meme skills are far beyond any of us, but
yes.
Ooh, that's
I want to bring
point.
up Nick's comment. Rewatch Rampart doing set as the fall.
Ooh, you're cutting in and out real bad. Oh, now I think he's just gone.
Move back and forth real quick. See if you can. Now I'm speed forcing it.
Oh, now you're just pausing.
What the fuck? Home Telecom, you good piece of shit. I'm here. I'm back. I can see you.
There we are. We can see you too.
Yeah. Yay. All right. So Wolfchild said, does anyone else see
a fall guy? Yeah, we missed that.
I could see it. I could see it. But also, I think when it comes to Rampart, I think like in any fascist, structure, people get used for their usefulness, and when you're no longer useful and you become a liability, you get pushed out.
Okay.
So
okay.
I think it's just Palpatine doing a peak fascism, because at the end of the day, he is the only one that matters. He is the emperor. He is the only one that matters in his empire. Everyone else can, is expendable to have the emperor. So,
speaking of the emperor, I don't think any of us predicted we were gonna see Palpatine in this episode. I mean, that was pretty amazing.
When we were in the Senate, I was kind of waiting because they had said he was coming and he was in the trailer. So I'm like, it would have been a fun surprise to not put him in the trailer and have him show up and it be this big thing. But I can also see, like, yeah, that makes sense. But I want to talk about Wolfchild. Anyone else see a bit of Senator Amidala and Chuchi? I think that what was it called in the deleted scene of Revenge of the Sith? It was the delegation of 2000 or something like that. That was like Padme, Bail Organa, Mon Mothma. It was a group of senators that wanted to go to Palpatine to sue for peace, and then Revenge of the Sith happened. So didn't really work out that way. Was Delegation 2000? Is that what they were called? Oh, I thought you had looked it up. Damn. Anyway, so yeah, basically correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. See, that's your plug. Do the thing. Also, don't forget to like the video, comment, share, and subscribe. Yeah.
We actually did just gain another member of the Discord, that being AT Photography. So,
hey, let's go. Welcome to the Discord. But see, we get excited when people join the Discord, so you should do that.
It makes us
right
happy.
Here. Links in the down there part.
So, do we have any more thoughts for this episode, or can I talk about the thing that broke my heart?
I want to segue into the thing that broke your heart.
Okay.
Because right after watching this episode yesterday, I went into work.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the office. I was doing my thing. And one of my coworkers came by. And he had a tattoo on his arm that was like just showing from out of his shirt. And me looking at it, I go, that's Arabesh. I know he's got Arabesh on his arm. And I'm like, I think I know exactly what that is. So I asked him, I said, hey man, I like your tattoo right there. Rampart never met Omega. I don't think Rampart ever met Omega.
I don't think so, yeah. Which would explain why he didn't recognize her.
Yeah. Someone's gonna pull like season 1 and be like, oh yeah, they met in like this quick scene of this bit. Maybe. Actually, no. He didn't meet Omega. He doesn't know she exists.
Yeah. He just knew about Clone Force 99.
Mm-hmm.
Because Omega wasn't officially declared a member of Clone Force 99 while it was still an active unit under Imperial jurisdiction.
Crosshair probably would have never brought her up. Or like a little blonde girl. But there's a ton of those.
Yeah, because he's full of them. So
yeah, little blonde girls. But anyway, so this coworker, and I know he's not watching, but regardless, really cool tattoo. Mm-hmm. I asked him, hey man, what's your is that? I was like, oh, that's a cool tattoo. He's like, thanks, yeah, it's a Star Wars thing. And he went to go explain it, and I was like, it's Fives. And he said, oh yeah, it is. And I'm like, I know Fives all too well. And in my head the whole time I'm thinking, find him. Fives. And I'm like, oh my God, I wanted to cry. So the clone, and I think he said something. I was like, yeah, the clone who knew too much.
Ooh. Oh,
Yeah,
that hurts. But so it is revealed at the end of the second episode of the Clone Conspiracy arc that Echo has left the Bad Batch to go and, I believe, be with Rex, which, that makes sense to me. That's his old commander. I can't see anybody else he'd rather be with. That being said, it's interesting to see him going back to Rex after leaving Rex for the Bad Batch.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it just took some time with them for him to, figure out where he needed to be. But this concerns me.
Okay. Before
Because
we get
when
into that, I know why Echo left in the first place. In season 7, Echo left because he no longer felt like a reg.
Yeah.
He
That's
was
understandable.
He was out of place. He's got a screwdriver for a hand.
Yeah.
I mean, he's no reg, and he knows that, and he knows that. Okay, he definitely felt like he was out of place. And I'll tell you what, as soon as he mentioned Skako Minor at the beginning of the episode, I went, "Oh no,
Yeah.
oh no!" Honestly, best timeline for that. I thought he was gonna fucking eat it. Because he was connecting with Omega. Omega was doing the little meditation thing that Gunji taught her, which Gunji taught her how to meditate. That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah, I'm happy he went with Rex because the whole time he's been pushing the batch to do more and to be more for the galaxy, and Hunter's just like, no. So I think now this is a good opportunity for Omega to fill that role. Because she saw Echo leave, and she's like, okay, well, we need to be doing more. It does leave a spot open for Crosshair to come back, but honestly,
Crosshair can stay a villain.
I want him to stay a villain, yeah.
We have so many characters that end up going villain to hero.
He's a flip-flopper.
I'm okay with us having a villain.
I'm okay with a hero to villain, honestly.
Yeah.
Because most of our heroes to villains in Star Wars, we know them as villains, and then it was revealed they were once a hero.
Mm-hmm.
So I like Crosshair being a hero with the Batch, fighting with the Batch throughout the Clone Wars, and then turning on them with the Rise of the Empire. I think that's great.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that we saw him in what was the episode? Episode 3.
The Cody episode?
Yeah, the Cody episode.
Mm-hmm.
Dealing with the ramifications of being just a reg, just a cog in the machine. But even then, he doesn't end. Because he's different. And, when it comes to fascist regimes, if you're different, you're useful for a time. But as soon as you've outlived your usefulness, bye, you're gone.
Yeah.
Kicked to the curb, sent to the wayside. They don't care about you.
Nope.
So I really enjoy that. I really enjoy that Bad Batch is sort of diving into that there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Echo leaving is sad.
I worry because the next time that we see Rex after the Bad Batch is Rebels.
Mm-hmm.
And when we see Rex in Rebels, he has Wolf,
Mm-hmm.
and he has Gregor,
Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't have Echo.
Well, we haven't seen Wolf in this show.
We haven't.
But he has just Wolf and Gregor, yes.
Yeah, there's no Echo. There is only 3 amigos. There is not a number 4.
So I'll tell you what I like about the Bad Batch. The Bad Batch right now are like Ahsoka. So when it came to Ahsoka, we got her story in bits and pieces. So when she was introduced in the first Clone Wars movie, everyone's like, oh my God, this little ass kid, she's going to die. She's going to die in Order 66. But now the whole question becomes, well, she's not in the movies. So what happens to her? So that's where our investment comes in. And we know for the Bad Batch, well, they're not in Rebels. They're not in the OT. And they'd be pretty helpful in the OT.
That being said, Galaxy is a big place.
Galaxy is a big place. It's and they could just like Iden Versio them they did in Battlefront, where she's just like, yeah, she was on the Star Destroyer the whole time. It's like, honestly, I think the Badge is all gonna die. But the Bad Batch, genetically modified more than the other clones.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Was it said that the Bad Batch are 10 years old?
About that.
Was it explicitly stated?
I think they're as old as Omega is. They just
No, I
don't
think Omega's older. I think Omega is like a little bit
Really?
older than them, even though
Oh.
they're physically older. But yeah, I think it's revealed that like Omega's like 11 because she's like the second, because it was like Boba and Omega,
Mhm.
and then the rest of the clones. So I don't know. I find it interesting that the Bad Batch comes around that they're 10 years old, because I don't know. The theory I had's kind of getting a bunch of holes knocked through it. So, but
That's
I was
how it
going to
happens.
that their advanced aging is faster than the other clones.
I don't know if I'd go with that.
No,
I think they're aging at the same rate.
Yeah, I think it's the same rate. I don't think it tracks. So, I was going to say that could be done to explain away why they're not there. But I think they all die on a mission for Sid. They all die in a filler episode.
Well, do we have anything else we'd like to discuss, or would we like to get into news and rumors?
Let's go ahead and get into news and rumors.
Okay, before we do, overall rating of the episodes.
Oh, goodness.
1 to 10.
First episode, Clone Conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
I give that one a 9 out of 10.
Okay, that's high praise, but understandable.
I give that one a 9 out of 10. Next episode, I give that one an 8.
8? Okay,
I give
that
one
feels
an 8
fair.
out of 10.
I honestly, I don't know where I'd rate these, but I'm happy to have a Dylan rating.
Wow.
So, let's get on into news and rumors. So,
I want to talk a little bit of news real quick, because they dropped a gameplay for Jedi Survivor.
They did, and it looks so clean.
Got to pick up my sabers again.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
I got to practice that helicopter move.
I teared up. I teared up a little bit seeing Jedi Survivor gameplay. I'm so excited to see Cal and Seer and BD1 and maybe Grease or Marin, because we haven't seen either of those two yet.
We gonna see them. We better.
We better.
We better see Greasy Forearms and Mommy Marin. We better.
In the event that we don't, there better be a lot in that book talking about why.
Day one on Audible for me. Day one.
Oh yeah. I
am
will
happy
be
for the delay though, because we actually have time to consume the book now.
Oh yeah. Well,
than,
I'm happy for the delay and not happy for the delay. I was gonna stream the game, and now the game drops the day before I leave for Disneyland.
Damn.
Speaking of which, we won't have a stream that week, as I'll be in Disney, and streaming from Disney is very difficult.
Stream it when you get back.
Yeah, we'll stream when I get back.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm sure I'll be able to give you guys updates. Heck, maybe I'll do a little
vlog.
Not a vlog. I'm no vlogging, but edit together a little segment about
when are you going to Disney? Shoot me a message after the stream, because I kind of want to talk shop. Is this summer?
We'll reveal official dates once we've got everything going.
Okay.
Anyway, talking news and rumors.
Mm-hmm.
My first bit, we have the Super Bowl 2023 movie trailers revealed. So we'll be seeing trailers for, be those teasers or official trailers, Fast X, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
Let's go.
The Flash, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, The Little Mermaid, which I'm super excited for because we haven't seen anything about that in a while.
For real, I'm hyped for that one.
Oh, it's gonna be so good. Scream 6, Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. I have my own personal opinions on Wizards of the Coast right now, but I'm happy to see D&D in major media, even if the OGL is a piece of shit. Anyway, Transformers: Rise of the Beast, Pixar's Elementals, as well as Indiana Jones: The Dial of Destiny, The Marvels. We are getting a trailer for The Marvels.
No way.
Right? I had thought Marvel had forgotten about that movie.
When is it coming out?
This year.
Damn.
Right?
I guess they're on the Ant-Man train right now, so.
They are. They're on the Ant-Man hype train. Then we'll be on the Guardians of the Galaxy hype train, and then we'll get to the Marvels hype train.
So, I remember when I went to go see Ant-Man and the Wasp, I went to see it with my buddy Jose, and he made this joke, and now every time I hear it, I want to talk about it. Is he said instead of Ant-Man and the Wasp, he couldn't remember the name, so he said Man, and the Bee. And honestly, every time I hear Ant-Man and the Wasp, I'm like, Man, and the Bee.
Man, and the Bee 3.
The Bee! So, shout out to Jose. Miss you, dude. And,
we have two more trailers that we'll be getting.
Nice.
We'll be getting Creed 3 and John Wick Chapter 4 trailers.
You know what I didn't hear in that?
You
know what? It's quite upsetting that I did not hear in that trailer list.
What's that?
The Mandalorian.
We already have a Mandalorian trailer.
We got Ant-Man trailers too.
That's fair.
Ant-Man comes out next week. Mandalorian comes out in a month or less than a month. So if you're going to drop something that's coming out next week, it would also make sense to drop something that's coming out in a couple weeks after that. Especially, I say this with love, but casual Star Wars fans love The Mandalorian.
Yes, they do.
You know what else a lot of casual Star Wars fans are going to watch? The Super Bowl. Casually. May not be the biggest sports fans, but if you put a Mandalorian trailer in there with Baby Yoda, the cultural icon, motherfuckers is going to tune in.
Mm-hmm.
So,
absolutely they will.
Kind of a missed opportunity in my eyes, but go off. I'm not corporate marketing. What do I know?
We have DC news. It's very likely that James Gunn will be the one to direct Superman Legacy.
You better.
So I'm happy to see that. Reportedly, Michael Mando will be returning as the Scorpion in Spider-Man 4, reprising his role as Matt Gargan.
Finally.
Rather exciting news.
Jokes on all of us. It's because he's in the Morbius universe. He got transported there with the Vulture.
We can set fire to the Morbius universe.
He doesn't know why he's there, but it's got something to do with Spider-Man, I think. Morbius.
Jedi Survivor will have fast travel and rideable creatures. Which, if you ever got lost on Kashyyyk or Zepho and had to get from one side of the planet to the other, you'll be very happy to hear this.
That is. Thank goodness. I'm so glad they learned from the last game.
Don't get me wrong. I loved having the Shio bird. That was one thing. Elevators can only do so much. We have other news. This is Mando news. Rick Famuyiwa, one
of the directors.
Yes, will be directing season 3's not only premiere but also finale.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What other episodes did he direct?
Some of the best ones.
I mean, honestly, I'm not afraid to say it. Every episode of The Mandalorian is fire.
Yeah.
Name one dull episode of The Mandalorian. I'm even saying the ones with Frog Lady are good.
I liked the Frog Lady episodes. I liked the giant terrifying spiders.
But yeah.
Look, I don't like spiders, but you know the episode was
Hey,
cool.
listen, we got a Dave Filoni cameo in that. So
It got me Star
Wait,
Wars
was that Dave-
tabletop
was that Dave
inspiration.
what's that
So,
Dave Filoni that plays Trapper Wolf?
Yeah, that was
That's what I
Dave.
thought. That's what I thought.
I have more rumors about the MCU.
Okay.
Reportedly, Miles Morales will make his first live-action appearance in Marvel Studios' Spider-Man 4.
Nice.
And I'm very excited about that because I love me some Miles. Um,
I'm just saying, bring back Donald Glover as the Prowler.
yes, please.
Please.
Reportedly, our girl, Madison, from She-Hulk, is set to make a cameo in Wong's upcoming Strange Academy Disney Plus series.
Wait. Pause. Talking Madison
Mm-hmm.
with two N's and a
Mm-hmm.
Y,
But
it's not where you think.
Yes, the same. The same.
Yeah, love her. Can't wait to see her finally be revealed as Mephisto.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we got confirmation of a sort of some behind the scenes stuff from Ryan Coogler about Wakandan culture. There's a sort of rule that they wrote in, and quote reads, "We don't really let anybody wear black except for the Black Panther. It was one of the few rules that we established in the first one and we respected in this one. Once the person becomes the Panther, you see they only wear black, even when they dress casually. But they're the only person in Wakanda to wear black."
Mm-hmm.
So that was, I don't know, that was a really cool little thing that I saw, and I like that.
Also, I just thought of something. My Madison Mephisto theory actually holds some weight.
Unfortunately, so yes.
So think about it. Madison, what does she say? With two N's and a Y. But it's not where you think. Okay, so two N's.
Oh God.
What is the letter before N in the alphabet? M. When you combine two N's together, what do they make? They make an M. So that's one right there. M. You know what else starts with M? Mephisto. But it gets better. We get to the Y. What is a Y? But look, this is the letter Y, okay? What do my hands make if you took the bottom part out and put it on the top? That's right, a triangle. But that triangle.
Anyway, moving on with news and rumors. Next. All right. So moving on. We actually got confirmation of a couple projects at Disney that I didn't expect to ever hear about or have a reason to be made. Toy Story 5, Frozen 3, and Zootopia 2 are in development from Disney. Now I can say there's one project on there that I'm happy to see. Zootopia 2 would be lit. It's a cool universe. I love the shorts that they gave us. I'm excited to see them be able to tell more stories within that universe.
Me too.
Toy Story's story, I feel like, was done with 3. I haven't seen Toy Story 4. I've heard Toy Story 4 was okay, and at best a cash grab.
Sounds like this one too.
I found Frozen 2 to be lacking.
I enjoyed it, but it did not carry the same hype as the first one. So I'm interested. Elsa and Anna are super popular characters, so
they are. They are.
It makes sense that you want to capitalize on that. But there was one that you said that you didn't say that I want to happen. I'm putting it out there now. I'm manifesting it. Tangled 2.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
So
I mean, you'll need to.
The reason I say this is for purely selfish personal reasons, and that is because my girlfriend loves Tangled. And
my girlfriend also loves Tangled. That is one of our favorite movies to watch. That being said, Disney, if you need a new Flynn Rider, hit me up. I'm available and hunky. Here's another fun one. As you know, we like to reveal who it is that's in the running for Reed Richards, but we now have official confirmation that it is none other than Tom Holland who will be playing Reed Richards in the main.
No way. You saw Tom Holland? Dude, I swear. I saw a source earlier today that confirmed it was Danny DeVito.
I saw a source earlier that said it was you.
Yeah.
And you didn't tell me?
I was gonna reveal it here, but them Marvel NDAs are strong, man. I can't say a thing.
The NDAs are strong. You gotta sign the NDA.
Yeah. You know, Kevin gets his NDA signed. I can't say a word. Who's Reed Richards? Never heard of him.
There's no way that I'm in the movie. Oh, we have Harrison Ford news as to specifically why he's joining the MCU, other than money. And he was quoted saying, "I thought everybody else seems to be having a great time, so I'll try a piece of that. And you know what? We're happy to have him."
His interview on Jimmy Kimmel was pretty funny.
I can't say I've seen it, but I might have to watch that.
Okay, so basically, he asks him, he's like, "Yeah, you're gonna be showing up as a Thunderbolt Ross in the new MCU movie," and he's just kind of sitting there doing the Harrison Ford face as everybody cheers. It's the same face that he does when people mention Han Solo. And he goes,
"It's so promising."
He says, "Can you tell us anything about the movie?" He says, "I can tell you what I know." And he's like, "Okay." He says, "I don't know anything. I show up on set, I say my lines, and I go about my day." And they're like, "Well, what are your lines talking about?" "I don't remember." Well, what were you doing? Were you the Red Hulk? "Who's that?" Peak Harrison Ford.
That's exactly what I expected from Harrison Ford.
So yes, it's a funny interview, well worth the watch if you haven't seen it.
Oh, we have news from Vincent D'Onofrio, who we know obviously plays Kingpin, the one and only. Quoted saying, "We are definitely in deep and glorious prep, yet not quite shooting yet in regards to Daredevil Born Again," which, I'm real excited to see that.
When I was a boy.
Are you going to do the entire line?
No.
No? Okay, we don't have that
The when I was a boy bit.
Okay. We have news about a new show that's coming to Disney Plus, that being Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures, which will be premiering on Disney Junior as well as Disney Plus on May 4th. So
that show looks like fun. I think
it does look like fun. Good. I like the animation. Also, the animation's cute.
Also, I saw somebody make a joke about that and said, "Oh, this is so cute," but then you remember Order 66. Motherfucker, it's clearly High Republic Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck off. It's not funny.
Like, that's very obviously Yoda's High Republic robes. Which, is this the first time we're seeing High Republic on a screen of some sort?
Potentially.
I think so. Because everything's just been comics and books. So, like, the mainstream Star Wars fan, or is it proper to say mainstream Star Wars fans? The people that just watch the movies and some of the TV shows, they don't know the High Republic exists. They might have seen a news announcement like years ago before they really started doing stuff with it. Mm-hmm. They're still not really doing stuff with it.
They may have seen a clickbait YouTuber. It's too woke, but now we get to see it. Can't wait.
And finally, well, not finally, we got news that a Spider-Man Noir live-action series is in the works at Amazon. And I really hope they bring in Nick Cage for that.
At Amazon?
At Amazon.
Oh, there was one thing we didn't talk about.
What's that?
A few weeks ago when it came out.
What's that?
But we got a teaser for season 2 of Amazon's Invincible.
Yes.
Completely forgot about that.
And it's going to be coming out later this year.
But they said we're working on it. Okay.
Yep. We're working on it. It's a lot.
It was pretty funny. Also, for those who are keeping up with Rick and Morty drama, I do for funsies. Apparently, Justin Roiland and the co-creator of the show, Dan Harmon, have not spoken in years. They apparently hate each other, and Roiland has had very little to do with the past few seasons of Rick and Morty. So his presence won't be missed in the writer's room, and I don't think it will be hard to find a replacement, considering that Rick and Morty have some of the most impersonated voices on the internet.
Yeah. I mean, look, you got Tom Holland and Chris Pratt right there. I mean, that's just
That's my 13th. If that happens, it will be my 13th reason.
Oh my god. Ending things on a high note, we have news about our favorite Pedro Pascal. You know, everybody knows him. It's hard not to love him.
Speaking of Pedro Pascal, he was on SNL, right?
Yes.
I love that they did a whole bit about Pedro Pascal edits that people then took and then turned into an edit.
Yep.
Absolutely based. But more importantly, he definitely saw the cowboy edit. Have you seen the cowboy edit? Oh my
you
god.
You can send this to me after the show. I'll keep it around for research purposes.
I'm playing it now live.
No, don't play it live, Dylan.
It's great.
Okay. We're doing this.
We're doing it. We have to. We have to.
I have no way of projecting this on the screen, so it's just going to be your shitty audio coming through.
I will just put my camera up.
So I just got done watching Disney Parks.
Cool.
Live stream.
I love that my phone works.
Their new wedding collection.
Hey, can my phone move, please? Thank you. Hey, it's not just my computer that sucks.
That's comforting to know that all of your equipment sucks.
Yes. All right. Where is it? Also, did you see the thing that they did for a new episode of Mario? For like a Mario Kart show with Pedro Pascal? Yes. That was a bit.
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yes. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
So this is the Pedro Pascal edit.
How would you like to ride home on a real cowboy? I got a six-pack of cold ones on ice, and my room is out all night, so you can scream my name.
I did like him in Kingsman too. Hey, Dylan, oh god, you're cutting out real bad.
Damn.
Yeah, we missed all that.
Anybody wants the sword?
So I'm just gonna do my last bit of news.
If anybody wants the source, DM me.
Okay, cool. So for our news of Pedro Pascal, ending things on a high note, it is confirmed Pedro Pascal does watch thirst edits of himself when he's feeling down, and it makes him feel better. And you know what? I like that energy. That's good. But
I love you, Pedro Pascal.
We all
Pedro Pascal has officially dethroned Ryan Reynolds as most straight guys default. Yeah, I would.
Yeah. But the question is,
Ryan.
Does the helmet stay on for that?
Yes.
This is the way. Anyway.
This is the way.
Thank you all for coming out tonight. It's been a delightful episode of Under the Helmet. We appreciate you all coming out. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, send this to your various people, and of course, join the Discord. We would love to have you so that you can see all of our memes and nonsense that happens there. And without further ado, we will see you next time that we go Under the Helmet. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night. Bye-bye.